The video will begin in a moment. Click the links in the description below to get your copies of my books today. The South Bend Dark Frog Murders is a bold and bloody murder mystery that offers a very compelling look at the degradation of morality and social structure in America and the world, all wrapped in nail-biting entertainment. A must-have for murder mystery lovers everywhere. The Shadow Angel Genesis is the story of a vampire that has spent the past 500 years serving as the Vatican's greatest monster hunter. The true story of Mrs. Claus is a creative but wholesome reimagining of a character that is well known but often overlooked, and one that remembers to keep Christ in Christmas. Thank you for your continued support. Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. I'm your host, Robert Canter. The first trailer for Transformers 1 has dropped, and today I'm gonna give you my honest first impressions. I was intrigued when I was told that this was the story of how Optimus Prime and Megatron went from being brothers in arms to mortal enemies. In my less than humble opinion, there isn't a single fight between Optimus and Megatron in any of the existing movies that does justice to one of the most iconic rivalries in fiction. In the first Michael Bay film, Megatron doesn't even show up until the middle of the third act, and most of the fight scenes in those films play out like a kid ramming his toys together. For some time, I've wanted to see something like the final level of Transformers Fall of Cybertron, where you can actually feel the suspense and clash of wills. A fight that's elaborately choreographed, and I think I speak for a lot of fans when I say we don't want the climactic battle between Prime and Megatron interrupted by human characters. I was hoping we might finally get a good Prime versus Megatron fight in this movie. I was not expecting what looks like an animated adventure comedy. This is another perfect example of angry fan-base backlash before the movie is even released. Personally, I'm not too keen on the characters' faces, and they just look real odd. In more recent iterations of the characters, Megatron has been a celebrated gladiator before he became leader of the Decepticons, and Optimus was a records keeper before he became a Prime. Here they look like teenagers who got busted for shoplifting or something like that. It's just really hard to imagine that this is the guy who becomes leader of the Decepticons. Now, one fan has been quick to point out that when Transformers Animated was first announced, people hated how it looked. And when Transformers Prime was first announced, people hated the designs. But both series have gone on to become fan favorites, or at least have a cult following. I guess maybe we can give this movie the benefit of the doubt. Who knows? Maybe Megatron will cross the moral event horizon at some point, and then we'll get a dramatic fight scene. We'll just have to wait and see. That's all I've got to say. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, favorite, subscribe, and if you really want to help this channel out, click the links in the description below and buy my books.